Now I am going to dictate a legal passage at the rate of 160 words per minute based on latest Supreme Court judgment. Let's start. That the first informant Tanu Gupta, wife of Achin Gupta and daughter of Horis Manocha, is a resident of house number 1368 Urban Estate 2, Hisar Tehsil and district Hisar, and is a peace-loving and law-abiding woman, and my marriage was solemnized according to Hindu rites and rituals with accused number 1 on 09/10/2008 at New Delhi. My family had spent about 30 lakhs rupees in my engagement ceremony and marriage as per the direction of the accused persons towards furniture, jewelry, clothes and other household articles. At the time of marriage, my family handed over all her jewelry and Sridhan to the accused person, saying that it is the Sridhan of the first informant, and whenever the first informant will need the her Sridhan, it has to be given back to her. Whereupon the accused person accused the family of the first informant that whenever the first informant will need it, they will give it back to her. That after the marriage, the first informant and accused number 1 lived as a husband and wife at B39 phase 2 Vikas Nagar, Hassal, Uttam Nagar, New Delhi 110059, and the first informant performed all the duties of a wife, and out of the said wedlock a boy namely Adve, aged 8 years, was born, who is presently residing with the accused number 1. That after few days of the marriage, when the first informant went to her matrimonial house, at the time the accused persons taunted that your family has lowered down our image in the society and before relatives by giving less dowry, and said to the first informant that at least your family should have given a big car in the dowry, because accused number 1 is doing a good job and almost earn rupees 1,50,000 monthly, and for him we were getting proposal from rich families who would have spent crores of rupees on the marriage. On this, the first informant said that her family had already given 5 lakhs rupees in cash for purchasing the car and have already spent more than their capability, and now they cannot fulfill your demand for more dowry. Whereupon accused persons threatened the first informant, saying that if you want to live with us, then you have to get our above demand for the dowry fulfilled by your parents, otherwise you will not be allowed to live in this house. That whenever the first informant cooked food in the matrimonial home, the accused persons always used to point out unnecessary defects in the food and taunted the first informant that she does not know cooking. To harass and upset the first informant, the accused persons deliberately asked her to make various dishes, and when the first informant showed her inability, the accused persons used to abuse and beat her. The accused number 3 is the mother-in-law of the first informant, who is a teacher, and she used to leave the house at 7 hours in the morning for the school, and the first informant used to do all household works and when her mother-in-law returned from the school, she deliberately used to point out defects in her work and used to taunt the first informant that your family should have given gold bangles to me, and now you would have to bring gold bangles from your family. And when the first informant told her that her family had already spent a lot over her marriage, then she used to abuse and give beatings to the first informant. The accused number 4 is the sister-in-law of the first informant, who used to say that your family should have given a diamond set for me in the marriage, which they have not given, and now if you want to live in this house, you have to bring diamond set for me, otherwise I will not let you live in the house. And besides this, accused number 4 threatened the first informant like a domestic servant and used to abuse and give beatings to the first informant over petty issues, and instigated the other members of the family against the first informant. That the first informant always performed the duties of an ideal wife with utmost honesty and sincerity, and the first informant had always lived with accused number 1 with love and always fulfills his demand and demands of the other accused persons. That the first informant used to do all household work at her matrimonial house in whatever manner the accused persons used to ask her. In this way, there is no fault on the part of the first informant that accused number 1 had never treated the first informant with love and care. Rather, he used to treat the first first informant with cruelty, beating, and abusing the first informant on account of demand of dowry was a daily routine of the accused person. Stop. Thank you.